Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Friday, April 26th, Major League Baseball slate. If you're new to the show, welcome. First, just to kind of give you a heads up, we do fade or follow four teams. So we'll give you the bets in those particular games we have going on. And then I'll also give you some leans or plays and the rest of the MLB lineup out there today. Full lineup for this Friday card. We've got, looks like one day game as well. So we'll get started here on baseball. First game is the day game. Tigers at home against the Royals. On this one here, Renee Olson, Seth Lugo. Both pitchers have pitched pretty well. Lugo's probably got a little bit better ERA than Olsen, on that one. Tigers are a slight favorite here, about $1.12. Favorite on FanDuel. Total around 8. Both teams have been offensively a little less, been inconsistent. Royals can they seem to put up a bunch of runs one day, then they'll have a couple days where they score 2. Tigers maybe, they haven't put up those big 10 to 12 run days like the Royals have, but have consistently pitched well to keep them in a lot of ball games on that one there. So they do strike out a little bit more with the Tigers. Batting averages might be a little bit less, but definitely more power throughout the lineup than the Royals. We do like this pitching matchup today. It favors, we think, the Tigers here. The Royals have been really good at home, but on the road, they've played okay. They haven't played tremendous, but they've definitely played. We'll go with okay on that one there. But the Royals, we didn't expect to be, an 85 win team anyway. So they're a little bit ahead of schedule right now in the wins and losses column. But the Tigers, I think, by the end of the season, might be able to snap them off by just a little bit as well. So. We do like the Tigers, like I mentioned before, in this particular matchup, just like the pitching there for them, and the bullpen a little bit better for the Tigers and the Royals as well. So Tigers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Tigers over the team total. Tigers money line, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. We got a couple batters we're on the Tigers side. We might also add Bobby Witt. We have not played this as yet, but Bobby Witt has really good success against Olsen on that one. But we do have Torkelson, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Riley Green, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time, we'll give you those bets. In that day game that we got going on between the Tigers and the Royals, Tigers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Tigers over the over the team total. Tigers money line, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Torkelson home run, Torkelson double, Torkelson over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits, all for Torkelson there. Riley Green home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up on the board, we're going to go to 4:06 Eastern time. 4:06 out here in Phoenix, 7:06 Eastern time. Oakland does travel to Baltimore. Baltimore getting back home off of their road trip. Orioles about a 260 favorite here. Couple reasons. Corbin Burns, number 1, and they've played really well at home. Stripling's pitching for the A's. He's pitched all right. But the A's don't have near the offense that the Orioles do, and the Orioles haven't even started clicking yet. Once we get Santander trying to hitting, Westberg, when he starts really mashing away, Jackson Holiday, a lot of these guys, I think this offense is really going to be a terror for the American League to keep up with. Burns has pitched well. Now, he has gotten trouble early in some games, giving up a homer or maybe a run in the first couple of innings. But overall has pitched pretty well for the Orioles. He's definitely been the stabilizer in the staff on this one. We're going to lay that big money line with the Orioles and play them in this particular game here. So Orioles money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the team total. Orioles -0.5 run first 3 and 5 innings, -1.5 first 7. So we're going. Gunnar is hot right now. So Gunnar Henderson and Ryan Mountcastle has really good success. And Stripling will be playing both of those guys. So Gunnar Henderson, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Mountcastle, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time in this Orioles and A's matchup. Orioles money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the team total. Orioles -0.5 run first 3 and 5 innings, -1.5 runs front 7. Gunnar Henderson, homer, double, 2+ total bases, over hits, runs, RBIs, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Mountcastle, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Let's see. Let's get back to the next game on the board. We're going to have Dodgers, Blue Jays. Back in Toronto. I've struggled with this one a little bit here. I'll be honest with you here. Toronto in the middle of as we're cutting this, they're still in a rain delay with the Royals in a 2-1 game. They have struggled to score runs. The Blue Jays have, and that's the only reason that we're not taking the Blue Jays here. As Gavin Stone's pitching, it's a bullpen basically day for the Dodgers. Dodgers are just a slight favorite, about $1.30 favorite in this one, headed to Toronto. 9 the total. We expect some runs scored. Bassett's given up some runs. He does eat up a lot of innings. That is a good thing for a starting pitcher to do. But we expect, and he has had good success against most of the big guns for the Dodgers. The Blue Jays have not scored enough runs. Like getting 1 to 3 a game is normally not going to be enough to beat this Dodgers offense. So we'll lay it with the Dodgers here in this particular game. Dodgers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers -0.5 run first 3, 5, and 7 innings. We're going to be playing Ohtani and Freeman in this particular matchup, as Ohtani's been leading the league in batting average, doubles. You know, he's had a great start pretty much so far. Freeman's kind of came on here as of late. So Ohtani, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, 2+ hits. Freddie Freeman, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time in that Blue Jays-Dodgers matchup. Dodgers money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over the team total. Dodgers -0.5 run first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Ohtani, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 4+ total bases. Also Ohtani, 2+ hits. Freeman, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up on the board for is going to be Nationals. Marlins, Luzardo against Trevor Williams in this one. In Miami, Miami at $1.72 favorite. I know Luzardo's pitched pretty well his last couple times out, but do we really trust the Marlins as a $1.70 favorite against anybody? No. I'd lean slightly here to the Nationals, take the plus money. Trevor Williams has pitched just fine, and that offense for the Nationals, I think, a lot more capable of scoring runs with C.J. Abrams at the top than most. Next game up, 4:11 as well, out here in Phoenix, 7:11 Eastern Time. Cardinals, Mets. Mikolas versus Buto on this game here. Mets a slight favorite in this one, about $1.20 favorite or less. Total at 7.5. I'll be really honest with you here on this one. Buto, the last time, he pitched really well to the last time out against the Dodgers, kind of struggled in that matchup as he walked a ton of guys. Don't expect him to have that many walks in this one, and Mikolas gives up runs to everybody. So probably 2 leans in this game would be to the Mets, and then that total sitting at 7.5, we would definitely lean to the overside in that one as well. Another game, 4:11 out here in Phoenix, 7:11 Eastern Time. Cubs, Red Sox. Shohei against Cutter Crawford. Actually, the Cubs are a slight favorite in this one, and I really don't know why. If you've watched them offensively, they put up 3 runs, 4 runs, all of it off a home run, basically in the last couple games since Bellinger went out. Bellinger and Swanson both out here. Now, I know Among Us pitched well Cutter Crawford's pitched extremely well, and then the Cubs just don't have the offense, I don't think, here to compete with the Red Sox in this one. So we're going to take the Red Sox and all on the bets on this game here. So Red Sox money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and minus 2.5 on the run line. Red Sox over the team total. Red Sox money line, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Jared Duran home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. And then O'Neill, he's kind of cooled off just a little bit as of late home run wise, but he's still hitting the ball, still hitting around 300. O'Neill home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So one more time in this Red Sox-Cubs matchup, Red Sox money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Red Sox over their team total. Red Sox money line, first 3, first 5, and first 7 innings. Duran, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. O'Neill, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up on the board, 4:21 here in Phoenix, 7:21 Eastern time. Guardians going to Atlanta to play the Braves. Chris Sale pitching here against Logan Allen. Guardians have been hot to start the season. The Braves are starting to cook here lately. Braves are a 210 favorite in this particular game. I like the pitching matchup towards the Guardians, but the question is can they keep up with the run scored with the with the Braves on that one. Total at 8.5 in that particular game. We'd probably lean maybe a little bit towards the over. The value is there for the Guardians. I just don't know if they're going to have enough to club that out. So Guardians actually plus the 1.5 at about minus 120 or a little less. Probably a pretty good play there as well. Next game up, 4:41 out here in Phoenix, 7:41 Eastern time. Rays travel to Chicago to play the White Sox, the hapless, no good, ugly White Sox, right? So Zach Eflin against Flexen. The White Sox have trouble scoring. They have trouble pitching. They have trouble all the way around. Just got swept again by the Twins. We like the Rays in this one, even though they are a 250 favorite on the road. One thing you might consider here is the total's around 7.5. If it's still 7.5, probably lean towards the over there. In that one, I think the Rays can come out and probably put up a six-pack and get a couple runs out of the White Sox. So to be really honest, we'd probably lean Rays minus 2.5 in that particular game on the alternate run line. Next game up, 5:06 out here in Phoenix, 8:06 Eastern time. Reds are going to travel to Dallas, take on the Rangers. Evaldi versus Graham Ashcraft in this one here. Rangers are a $1.60 favorite for a reason. They can hit. Evaldi can pitch. Bullpen's a little weak. Reds offense was terrific. You know, they played really well at home, but had a tough series against the Phillies in that one there. But we like the Rangers in this one. Just a slight lean towards them on the money line. Next game up, 5:11 out here in Phoenix, 8:11 Eastern time. Brewers at home going to take on first game of the series of the Yankees. Gil against Rea in this one. Brewers have been hot at the stick and have pitched well, and they're a $1.10 dog. So, and the Yankees haven't been tearing the cover off the ball. Now, Judge did get a homer the other night, so he's getting closer to 200. Juan Soto, those had a monster start for them. Slight lean here towards the Brewers at plus money. Think some good value there as they've been hitting the ball and playing extremely well as well. So, next game up, 6:39 out here in Phoenix, 9:39 Eastern time. Twins traveling to L.A. To play the Angels. Angels just lose 2 out of 3 to the Orioles at home. Twins coming in off of that, needed wins against the White Sox as everybody needs to beat up on them. Sandoval versus Aubert in this particular matchup here. We would slightly lean Angels. In this one, just think maybe a little bit more offensive firepower in a game that's probably going to have some scoring in that one. Next game up, 6:41 out here in Phoenix, 9:41 Eastern time. Phillies traveling to San Diego to play the Padres. Nola versus Musgrove. Musgrove had a decent start the last time for the first time this season. Nola's pitched pretty well, but that offense has been clicking a little bit as well for the Phillies. The Phillies are only a $1.20 favorite here. We would, more than lean, we would mash up on the Phillies in this particular one. Next game up, 6:41 out here in Phoenix, 9:41 Eastern Time. Diamondbacks headed to Seattle to play the Mariners. Zach Gallen, Eric Hancock. This is just a pitching matchup here. Gallen's pitched, I'm not going to say fantastic to start off the season, but pitched about what would be expected. Hancock has been getting shelled in multiple outings. He's had a couple good ones and then like 4 bad ones. In that one there, the Diamondbacks only being a $1.32 favorite in this one. Kind of like that one there, a slight lean towards that way. It is hard to score runs these days in Seattle, but would have a slight lean to them on the money line. And the last game of the night, Pittsburgh headed out to San Francisco, 7:16 out here in Phoenix, 10:16 Eastern Time. We got Priester versus Harrison in this particular matchup here. Total at 8.5. I'd be really honest here. The Giants, there's not a lot of value on this game as they're almost a $1.50 favorite over the Pirates. One thing that neither team has been putting up monster runs. Maybe a lean towards the under of 8.5 in that particular matchup. I was surprised it wasn't 8 in that one, but slight lean towards that one there. Game-wise, maybe the Pirates at plus 1.5 runs as well, as the Giants and the Pirates do tend to play a lot of one-run games as well. So that's going to be a rundown of all the games for Friday the 26th, Major League Baseball. At the end of every show that we do, there will be a link to our Google Sheets. This is going to be a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, what book we wagered at, and then also the result once the games are over. This is a ledger of everything that we do, so make sure you do check this out, as we do not bet the same unit size on every bet we throw out there. So make sure you do check that out when you get a couple minutes. Vitally important. If you don't look at the end of the episode, you can also find it on our YouTube and TikTok channels. You'll be able to find it there, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Just click into there. You'll be able to see all the bets. Just go to Baseball 2024 if you want to see these baseball plays. If you want to look at basketball, feel free to look at the basketball bets as well. Scroll down the date you're looking for, and you'll see everything there that you need. And then, as always, if you can subscribe and get notifications on our social media channels, whether it be on YouTube or TikTok primarily. When you subscribe on YouTube or follow us on TikTok, makes it really easy to find us and see episodes of bets that we have there. And if you want to make life even easier, make sure you do turn on notifications for YouTube and TikTok. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match them up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.